Hello, everyone. Welcome to almost 2023. That's right. We are not yet feeling the 2023 energies coming in. We are closing out still and still feeling the yang, water, tiger energies. And how cruel of the tiger to end on Mercury retrograde. How cruel of him to leave us with this chaotic mess before we go into the next year. Now, that's not necessarily the attributes of the tiger, not necessarily the characteristics of the tiger. Mercury retrograde is associated with the cosmic forces, the other cosmic forces going on, but it is the universal energies within the cosmic trinity that bring us the feeling of this lovely retrograde, and we are feeling those planets from above, not necessarily the tiger. What is the cosmic trinity, that you ask? Well, first, let me introduce myself. I'm Jeanette Zizikowski. If you're new to this channel, then I am your new go-to Feng Shui consultant. And for those of you who have been around, I am your go-to Feng Shui consultant. Daily, I work with the motivated, the successful, and the inspired, the achievers, the doers, the action takers to harness the energy in their space, to use it to their advantage so they reach their manifestations faster, their destinations faster, and enjoy the journey on the way to those destinations. I've been using Feng Shui now for almost 10 years. I haven't done the math recently, but I think that this year is literally year 10. I think we are at a decade. I started out with BTB Feng Shui. I am now trained in classical Feng Shui, but for those early years, I was self-taught. I was reading the different articles, the different blogs. I think YouTube was around, but I don't really know that I was using YouTube, or YouTube maybe wasn't really on, or Feng Shui wasn't really on YouTube. I was reading books, lots of trial and error, lots of sifting through different myths. I actually now, with all of that knowledge, have condensed all of my step-by-step knowledge into a Feng Shui DIY program, Feng Shui Your Lifestyle. Like I said, this is a DIY Feng Shui program that you can go through to get the exact step-by-steps of how I paid off college loans, bought a car, went to Greece for free, attracted wonderful opportunities, wonderful people. That's not what today's presentation is about, but I do, at the beginning of this new year, wanted to introduce myself and tell you a little bit of why I'm qualified to share this Feng Shui information with you. Also, you can check all the other free content, free videos on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel. Back to how to Feng Shui for 2023. I did mention I would explain the cosmic trinity, and it is important for you going into the new year that you know what the cosmic trinity is, where all the different energy is coming from, and how this affects you. It is important to know as well, in case you find out that your Feng Shui is bad, or you find out your astrology is bad, there's actually 3 different layers. So all hope is not lost if you find out that your astrology is maybe not so great this year, or your Feng Shui is maybe not so great this year. Not to worry, there's energy in all these different layers, and I think I'm unique in this approach that I take of using all these different layers to get a comprehensive, holistic approach. The Chinese philosophy, I don't know if it's a philosophy, if it's a theory, let's say the concept of the cosmic trinity states that there is heaven luck, man luck, and earth luck that you see here. No one is better than the other. It can be seen as a circle. It can go in all directions. Here, I just have it in a different order because I think it's cool to see from this layout as well. But the Cosmic Trinity states that there's 3 different aspects of energy. Heaven luck, which is astrology, Bazi, human design. This is the forces of energy that are coming from the planets, coming from above. We don't necessarily have control over these because we can't move the planets, but we can read our Bazi charts, our Chinese astrology charts. Then we have man luck. Man luck is your actions. It's your mindset. It's your vibration that you carry. It's how you conduct yourself and how you show up. And then earth luck is Feng Shui, which is what we're going to be talking about mostly today, but I do talk a little bit into the astrology. Like I said, no one is better or worse or more powerful, but I do believe that man luck and earth luck are really the strongest because we have control over those. And then you could argue that man luck is really the strongest because you are the only one that has control over your thoughts, your mind, your actions. Whereas earth luck, you may be in an area, or you can't change the mountains around you or the water around you, or you can't turn your apartment in which direction it's facing, but you can always control your body. Doesn't matter. We're going through all of them today. Earth luck is what we're going over today. The energy in our environment changes every year. It actually changes monthly and daily as well. But this video today is about the energies coming in for 2023 and how you can boost the good energies and boost the good directions and how you can suppress the not so good. Once you work with these, like if we work one-on-one together we optimize all three of these areas in your life, and oh my gosh, your life will transform when you tap into your heaven, man, and earth luck. While you're here, while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe, because monthly I help you harness your man luck and your earth luck to ensure you make progress towards your goals by using the energy to your advantage. So monthly, like I said, this video is about the yearly energy, but monthly I do Feng Shui forecasts. I let you know which directions are best for making money, which are best for avoiding arguments that month, because they are changing monthly. We do adjust some of the cures. I do give insight on how to use your different spaces in your home to really, again, help you reach your goals faster every month by the end of the year. Oh my gosh, think of how all of that compounds. We are headed into, on January 22nd, year of the yin water rabbit. Yin, what are the attributes of yin? Yin is calm, introverted, receiving. I would say thinks before it acts. It's a, again, receiver, wait, and listener, whereas yang is that doing, going, moving, pushing. Rabbit is patient, peaceful, romantic, or very sexual in nature. It is fun. In Chinese astrology, the rabbit is one of the luckier animals. Some articles will say it's the luckiest, but the dragon is heavily favored, but rabbit is right up there. Rabbit is wood in season. So each of these animals, ox is winter, and so therefore it's water. Rat is also water. Tiger was wood. Rabbit is wood. So rabbit is wood in season, and water and wood are smooth. So we have a yin water year. Rabbit is wood. Water supports wood. So this is a wonderful, smooth relationship in the elemental cycle. Wood represents growth and new beginnings, while water represents intuition, thoughts, going inside, thinking, it's wisdom, it's new ideas. So think about what that means for you in this year. Have you been feeling some growth coming? Have you been feeling some new beginnings coming? Have you been feeling like you're wanting to go and strengthen your relationship with your intuition? If you're starting to feel that urge, you might be feeling the energy of 2023 coming in. The opposite, there's always a equal and opposite in energy. Some say good and bad. I try to avoid using the word bad, but there's different ends of the spectrum of these emotions. The opposite of wood, we have wood, the new beginnings and positivity. Over here, on the other opposite end of the spectrum, wood is anger. The opposite end of water to the new ideas and that clarity is fear. So while I feel that this is going to be a very good year and I feel very good about the energy coming with it, I do think it'll feel a little bit calmer. Think of the modalities that really feed off of fear, feed fear to others, feed fear and anger to other people. Think of these modalities, really in particular, the news, different pages that you maybe follow on the internet. If there's pages that like to stir stuff up and create arguments, you might feel or see that fear increasing, or the manipulation trying to get people fearful or trying to get people angry and riled up. You might see more of that. So here's my advice: unfollow those people now, unsubscribe to that now. Or if you have a good control over that and your reactions and your own emotions, sit back and watch how that unfolds throughout the year. Sit back and see how people use anger and fear, and just don't get sucked in, because on this other end of the spectrum, we have this new beginnings, this love energy, this communicating to build bridges energy. There's a lot of good I feel that can come with this, but there's always another side, and it's up to you and that man luck, your actions and your energy, to decide which end of the spectrum you get pulled into. This is that heaven luck energy that I mentioned. This is why I brought up the cosmic trinity. I'm sure you have also already gotten sucked into reading your zodiac sign. So if you've probably read what's coming for you in 2023 for the day. If your day master is ox, goat, if you're born year of the tiger, you can always read. That's the Bazi, that Chinese astrology, that heaven luck layer. and there's lots of videos out there. I will create one another day. Today we are talking about Feng Shui and how you can prepare your home for 2023's energies. There are a lot of different ways that Feng Shui consultants explain or share how to use Feng Shui in your home, how to apply Feng Shui to your space. Feng Shui is also known as, or I also describe it as, the energy in your space, the energy in your environment, or the study of how your environment affects you. There's a few different ways I've listed here. First, you can just basically choose your home. Before you buy, before you build, before you rent, you can look at the Feng Shui prior and decide whether or not it's good or bad, and if you want to move in and use that. Most people are going to be placing cures or activating with their personal energy. If you watch my monthly Feng Shui forecast already, you know I'm a very big proponent of tapping into that man luck and activating your space with your own personal energy. But for the year and for this video, I'm going to be talking about which cures, which objects to place. I don't like giving too much power into objects because I think sometimes people then don't take accountability for actually what's happening. But I do like objects as triggers and reminders of my space is calm, my space is, the energy is flowing well. I remember the intention I put with this object. The object is helping bring good vibes, and I am going to act on those good vibes and act on those intentions. So today we're talking about what cures to place. Here are the energies of 2023. Each one of these is associated with a different element, different events, different personalities, different body parts, different characteristics, and so much more. And that's how we know what to boost and what to suppress. Some of these have better reputations than others. So let's get straight into it. 10 minutes later. Let's start with the least ideal energy of the year first, that five yellow star. It is volatile, menacing, aggressive, and represents power. It likes to take charge, and just like people who don't like being controlled, the energy does not like to be controlled or taken charge of either. So 5 it can come in and really stir up what's going on in your base chart of your home. If you don't know already, your home, based on when it was built and the direction it's facing, has a base chart. Something similar to this, but actually there's 3 numbers in each of these, sometimes 4 in each of these directions. So this is just one layer. This is what comes in for 2023. There are 3 more numbers based on when your home is built and the direction it's facing. When 5 comes in, whatever else you have in the Northwest, it's coming in and it's stirring all of that up. 5 can be used to your advantage, but it just takes skill and it's very particular to your home. I like to give that caveat because it always gets a bad rap for being the worst, but I don't want anybody to feel like fearful. So it's not all bad. What you can do to suppress that energy is place 6 metal coins or something round and metallic here to suppress that 5. The only thing that controls 5 is metal. So 6 metal coins are the traditional cure. You can also place a set of wind chimes here. You can also place anything like a pewter bowl, bronze bowl, copper bowl, sound bowl, anything metal in this northwest direction. If there's multiple rooms in each of these directions, so like this one, there's 2 bedrooms and a bathroom that fall in the northwest. So I do recommend putting metal with intention in each of the rooms. You can also feel free to tape 6 metal coins together. So like in America, we have 6 quarters, 6 dimes, 6 pennies. If your currency, your coins are metal, you can just tape those together, place them with intention. That works as well. They're round and you have 6 of them. The importance with all of these Feng Shui recommendations, with all of these objects, with anything you ever do with Feng Shui, the importance is to give your space attention with intention and to be very intentional when you place these objects. In this case, thank you so much for keeping this home safe, for attracting calm energy, good people, good opportunities. Thank you for suppressing this disruptive energy and protecting my home. Something like that. The second least ideal direction this year is the east. And again, we don't really know what in your base chart it's pairing up with. So the 2, which is coming here in the east, can actually be more positive than the 5. This star is infamously known as the sickness star, which is why it gets a bad rap, because your health is very important. But it can also indicate or be associated with indirect wealth, properties, land, real estate, and assets. Here, it is also an earth energy, just like 5 is earth, 2 is earth. What do we do to suppress the earth? We add in more metal. So this is another direction where you can put the 6 metal coins, or you can add a Wulou. Wulou is spelled Wulou, 2 words. I love using a Wulou. I mentioned I'm not like super big on objects. I'm more about using the energy with my body or opening windows to activate the energy. But I have seen a lot of people who've had, a lot of my clients who have stomach issues. They're maybe having difficulty with pregnancy or difficulty after a pregnancy. And Wulou has really helped them shift that. So I do really like a Wulou for the east direction in your home this year because of the 2 coming to it. Also, if you are like, oh no, the sickness star, my health, I really want to focus on it, and you maybe don't want to go out and buy this object, also be sure to beautify the area. So if you have a lot of landscape out here, if you have a lot of, like for me, I have a lot of old scraps from when we just redid our fence. Now I still have all those scraps, the broken brick, some old fence pieces that have to go. So I'm being sure to clean up that area to get it picked up by trash disposal before the new year, before 2023 energy comes in. Clean up the plants, clean up any old leaves, just beautify that area before the energy comes in. Next is the northeast. This direction for the year hosts the 7, which is associated with communication, the mouth, speaking, acting, performing. It could be snappy tongue. If you follow my monthly Feng Shui forecast, you have been around for when there's the 3 and the 7. It's like a foot and mouth situation. I'm 99% positive that that's when we had those energies. It's when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, foot in mouth. So that 7, if negatively affected, can be snappier tongue, can be arguments, or if positively affected, can be great with sales, speaking, and communication. So here, because we don't know what is in the base layer, go ahead and add in 3 bamboo stalks, specifically in a black pot or in a clear glass pot, because the black or clear glass represents water. So we have this metal 7, water is the black, is the glass, is that cup and pot, and then 3 is wood. It's important to give this snappy 7 metal energy something to cut. So it is 3, which represents wood, and bamboo is plants. That is why we add in the 3 metal, or the 3 bamboo, to cure the metal. It gives that metal something to focus on rather than arguing with other people or pushing other people to argue. Then we have the West 6 coming in. The West 6 is also metal, an element associated with authority, scholarly wisdom, career, leadership, and the head. So if negatively affected, the mind might be kind of blurry. We want to support this. We want to stabilize this energy because it's metal, also with the 3 bamboo in a glass or black pot. Again, giving that metal something to do. But you will see that throughout the year, West will be a more positive one because 6 is a positive star, but we don't know what it's mixing with in your home's base chart. So we're going to calm it first, and then I will notify you throughout the year when 6 is interacting with other positive energy, and it's a good one to use for your career. It's a good one to boost if you're looking to be a leader or get a raise, etc. The Southwest hosts the 1 this year. 1 is a very good star. So this year I want to recommend putting in some kind of potted plant, some kind of plant. You don't want to have any cacti or any pokey, spiky plants, but just something light and airy. Honestly, if it's more bamboo, that's okay too. Something that lets in that fresh light and is soft and flowy. Those are great plants. Something to keep it alive, something that you can keep alive as well. That's important. We don't want any dead plants here. So in the 1, like I said, it's a good star. I recommend putting in some plants because more water too is a positive thing, but I don't really, if you have any pets, you could put their water bowls here. So we like the still water, and I like this idea of activating this good energy, this water energy, this wisdom, clarity energy by watering your plants with good intentions and watching that clarity and that positivity and that confidence grow when you water it. It's very symbolic. So that's why this year I recommend adding a plant to the southwest. Also, the wood will tame if there's too much water. Too much water can lead to that fear, and so that wood will help keep it balanced and keep it calm. And I like the idea of going into this direction, again, like I said, with intention, with that positivity. Nurturing a plant brings out a calm, nice, nurturing side to us. And so love a plant here. I don't think I mentioned this already. One is associated with nobility, reputation, intelligence, wisdom, and helpfulness. So this is also like attracting in helpful people, helpful leaders, helpful bosses, helpful advisors, potentially getting a loan for something. So you can keep all that in mind as you're feeding the positivity into this plant. In the southeast, this is where the 3 is for 2023. The 3 is feet. It is also associated with travel, moving, activity, changes. It can encourage you to be daring, or sometimes if there's too much of it or if it's negatively affected, you can feel really anxious for the year. It can feel very pushy. It can feel like you have a lot to do. The 3 is subtly affecting a lot more people than I think people realize. So this 3 this year that's coming in to suppress that. 3 is the wood energy. So you're going to add in some fire here to burn that wood 3 energy. But I don't want to recommend any candles. I want to recommend like the color fire. So whether it's a red throw blanket or these red Chinese envelopes, or anything else that is a fire color, red, orange, purple, but not a candle, because candles activate in a positive way, and we don't really want to activate this 3, even though it still burns the wood technically. Let's instead just put something still, put some color there, put something yin there, and not like a yang fire element to activate. We want to calm. We are now wrapping it up with our luckiest directions. One of the lucky directions for this year, one of the most auspicious, is the south. Here we have the 8 for the year. 8 is associated with prosperity, wealth, and financial aspects of your life. Here you can put your gold coins, you can put your loose change, you can put gold ingots. I'm sure you guys have seen this little lucky charm. This is a great one to activate, use. You will see this one whenever the 8 interacts with the other energies, it usually pulls out the positive side of them. So going into 2023, if your front door is in the south and so you have 8 coming to your front door, or 8 coming to your bedroom, 8 coming to your office, or 8 coming to your front door is really ideal. That's very exciting. Wish I could say that for myself. I do not. I cannot. This is a great one. And this is where, like I said, you add in your lucky charms for wealth, the gold ingots, the gold coins, spare change, anything to activate that money. Finally, the north. This is the last one we're ending on. Here is the 9. 9 is officially our best star next year. This is the last year for 8 to be super great. 9 is really powerful right now and is really wonderful. So we want to promote the 9 with adding in fire, not too much fire, because again, we don't know what's underneath in your home's base chart. That's something we find out when we work one-on-one together. But no matter what, the 9 is really good. And it does typically bring out, because it's about to be the most auspicious, it brings out the positive side to most of these stars. So in this direction, go ahead and add in a candle. And here I want you to daily, or really frequently, once a month, light it with intention, or however often you light this candle, light it with intention, with gratefulness, with positivity, with gratitude. I guess that's gratefulness, but a little bit of fire here will promote more of that fire 9. And I love to see it. We love to see it. It brings in, to boost the fire 9, it's associated with inspiration, creativity, relationships, happy events. All of those things are so great. So let's boost it more, like I said, with an intention setting candle. But that's all today. Quickly ran through all of these directions. Again, subscribe, because monthly I get even more detailed with how to use these energies throughout the year so that you can specifically manifest more using Feng Shui. I know a lot of you are looking to make your space beautiful, but you're also looking to manifest more using Feng Shui. And if one of those things you're looking to manifest is love in 2023, then how about watch this next video, How to Feng Shui for Love.